I feel you on that one. What's your name? What's your question?
So my name is Amore. Disclaimer, I'm asking this question for a beautiful lady in the audience that was too shy to ask, okay? So I want to get back into dating, but the past has left me with a lack of confidence in myself, and I don't know what to do. And she gave me a little bit of the backstory.
What's the backstory?
They was together for 5 years, and he would say things to her like, "Don't nobody want you but me," or "What you gonna do?" You know. And basically, she lost her confidence in that. So she wants to know how can she move on. It's been 2 years since that relationship.
Okay. Who want to start with this one? What's interesting about that? And I just wanted to give this general advice before we get to your question. Stop being with men who sorta like you. That want you but don't want to raise the occasion to deserve you. Because these men, what they're gonna do is they're gonna negotiate your standards. Some of y'all been in this, you know when money a little funny? You go to the grocery store, you see a can, you throw it and you dent it. That way you ain't gotta pay full price for it. You be like, oh, fuck, okay. Oh yeah, this is a little dented. Can I get this half off? And you know what's funny? Some men do that to y'all hearts. Some men intentionally break you and damage you and bruise you just so you can be on the clearance rack and in the discount bin. This is why I say things to you, your self-worth. Because if I tell you nobody else would want you, now you think the treatment I give you is the best you can, it's the best you deserve. It's the best you're gonna get. And I just would caution you to ever be with somebody who feels as if they need to destroy your confidence just so you can stay with them. And I'm gonna tell you this, them men be actually afraid of your light. They know if a good man, an intentional man ever got their hands on you, they ain't got a chance. That's why they want to destroy your spirit so you don't ever even think that you can look. So that's my first thought. Anybody else?
I'll say just right out the gate, my advice would be to stay far away from the dating game. I think sometimes you got to take some time to yourself and watch the game tapes and figure out why my confidence is the way it is. Figure out why that last who was worth nothing in the grand scheme of things was able to make me feel like I was worth nothing. Why did I stay so long? We said 5 years. 5 years is a long time for somebody to be beating you down constantly, telling you what you ain't, telling you what you can't do, telling you how pretty you not. We got to get to the bottom of what made me stay there so long. A lot of people are under the guise that I could just leave a toxic relationship and go rebuild myself in my next relationship, and it don't work like that. Because the thing about men out there, especially men who don't have your best interests at heart, we could smell that insecurity on you. We could smell the fact that when you look in that mirror, you don't necessarily like what you see. We could smell the fact that your identity is going to be dictated based on what I say. And those is the type of men who gonna approach you because your confidence is not where it need to be. You ain't did that shadow work yet. You ain't got to the point to be, you know what, I love me. I love who I am. I'm gonna be okay regardless of what anybody has to say about me. If that's not the mindset that you're going into dating with, you need to stay far away from dating because it will eat you alive. And that's my advice.
Lance, what's up?
I would just say, remember who the you are. I love you too. Thank you. No, for real, you got to remember who you are. You got to remember the power that you have. You use the analogy of a can. This man has threw that can away. Now, if I take that can and I take it to an art gallery and put it on the wall, now it's art. You just never know. And I think that's what dating is for. You date, you try until you get it right. You don't give up. Like you learn things along the way. You just learned a lesson. You made a mistake with this man. But you know, how many people have bit their tongue while they're eating, right? You've been eating all your life, but you're still able to make that mistake, and that's okay. That's what dating is. Like, we date until we find the perfect person for us. You don't give up. You keep going. You pour into yourself. You pour your cup. Make sure you mentally ready to get into the next dating situation, but you got to remember who you are.
Mike, what's up? What happened?
Hey, church. So, not to be in my like psychology bag, but there's a point where abuse and low self-esteem meet. The abuse is external. The low self-esteem is internal. Now, there's a point where they both come together in that lowest point. And you know what that's called? Submission. You know what that's called? Defeat. You know what that's called? Believing what your abuser is telling you. Now, I've watched two women here, different scenarios, but sort of the same thing. And it comes down to after I've been abused, the abuse comes from outside. It weakens my self-esteem. So you know what? Maybe nobody doesn't want me. Maybe I don't need to be with nobody else but you. That's abuse and low self-esteem fighting in a race to the bottom. Now, if you're lucky enough, you'll have a village of people, you'll have God, and you'll have a path forward. But some people need a time machine to go back and remember. You know, my girl Candace got a book. It says, remember who the F you are. So in that season, we want to do some math, and I did some math. I said, you've been single since, your friend's been single from 24 to 26, right? Because she was single for the last 2 years after dating somebody from 2019 to 2024. So we're going to go back to 2018, and you know what the song of the year in 2018 was? God's Plan. So even in your darkest hours, I need you to go back in that time machine and you to remember that everything that happened to you is happening for you, and this is God's plan. All right, so go take that message back to your friend and tell her
She
that.
heard you loud and clear.
Yes, people make the mistake and believe that the weapons weren't going to form. They just said they weren't going to prosper. The weapons form every day, but will they prosper? Praise the Lord. See, I'm learning.
Wait. So the question is, this woman, she was pretty much, beat down verbally by her ex, saying that, she ain't no good, and that she'll never find someone. What do you got to say to people who feel like that?
That's why we always be sitting here talking all the time that your foundation got to be in Jesus Christ, period. When your foundation is in Jesus Christ, it don't matter what nobody say. Don't mean you ain't got feelings or nothing like that, but you know where your help come from, and you know who you are in him. And when you know who you are in him, what other people try to say and or do don't really affect or matter to you, because you already know who you are. You God's child. At the end of the day, you good. So that's where your foundation got to come into play. So that would be my encouragement to her, is that she needs to go back to them foundations. Like you were saying, go to God's plan and situations, not necessarily the song, but just real God's plan. Now, anyway, but yeah, go seek out God's plan for your life and go back to those moments and just really tone in and seek him and see what he's got for you. Because clearly that situation wasn't it. That was something from the enemy trying to cause you to have some problems and be downcast and blah blah blah. Now you can't move forward because you're so stuck on what he was talking about and all this other stuff. So that's all the enemy wants, is to try to keep you down. So that's why you need to tune in to the Lord's plan for you, so you can go rise up and be everything that he's called you to be. So that would be my encouragement. What you think?
Yeah, I agree, She need to get in that word, girl, if you haven't already, because, honey, that was 2 years ago, and you still thinking about the words that man said, and they still have effect on you to this day. Oh yeah, your confidence is too low and needs to be built up. You are wonderfully made, okay, by Christ. Go ahead and shine, okay? You are way more than what that man tried to make you out to be.
It's true.
So yeah, she needs to get in your word, get yourself built up, know that you that chick, and walk in it, because you are.
It's true. Yeah, go ahead, get that confidence up and do what you gotta do. Because shouldn't no person, no man, number one, no real man shouldn't be trying to tear you down and bring you down to a place anyway to the point where you worthless and nothing. They just going about their life living in like it's golden and everything else. Like nobody should be able to bring you down to that way. No real man is going to treat you that way at the end of the day. So hopefully she understands and knows that and doesn't give up on herself, doesn't give it up on dating, trying to find her husband or have her husband find her and everything. Because there are good people out there who gonna treat you right and do things the right way. And hopefully this will be just a lesson learned on what not to go after for or in the future.
I feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Woo-wee, that's the end of the video. Go ahead and check out stamps-tv.com. So much content on the website. Go click that link in the tab.
Yep, and while you're there, go ahead, visit that Shop Stamps apparel tab. We got great t-shirts, hoodies, jogging sets, all different types of stuff on there. Go ahead, check it out and get you a little something.
And go check out Stamps Essentials on the website. Click that tab on the website. So much to offer. Shampoos, deep conditioners, protein treatments, leave-in conditioners, hair growth oil, hair grease, whipped shea butter for the skin, lip liners, and of course our signature product, Stay Moist Coils hair system. It's a 3-part system. It's for wash and goes, but you can also use it for a single twist, single braids, and perm rod sets. I got it in my hair right now to get this style, okay? And this is all my hair. This ain't no wig, no weave, no extensions, no nothing. This is my hair, okay? And I use our products to grow my hair and to style my hair. Y'all go ahead and check that link in the bio. Bye.
See y'all.